Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking about chartering in shipping industry and what that is. Overall, I do understand this as some old concept that I didn't have a chance to take a look at, but there is something that comes to understanding and the way how people think when it comes to chartering, which I'm finding very interesting. Is perhaps 400, perhaps 5-year old tradition. So I'm just trying to understand this tradition a little bit better. Chartering in the context of shipping refers to a process of hiring and leasing a ship or a portion of the ship, cargo space. Even for containers, you can do different things. You can take a portion of the container, at least half of the container, you have some room on the container. There's all kind of different interesting things that a lot of business people came up with. Let's focus on the ships and perhaps cargo and different spaces. A lot of people, interesting people, doing a lot of interesting things when it comes to perhaps market prices currently, which are currently on the rise, perhaps double overall, but if not more, I guess. Or when I was looking at that particular time frame, it was double. But overall, then it's double. A lot of people coming up with the best use of the space on cargo containers for transportation of goods or passengers. It is a fundamental aspect of the maritime industry, and it's used by companies. I'm talking about chartering, used by the companies, governments, and individuals to move goods and people across world's oceans and waterways. There are two primary types of chartering in shipping: time charter and voyage charter. Time charter. In a time charter, the party hiring the ship, leases the vessel for specific period, often ranging from several months to several years. During the time, the charter has more control over shipment operations, including the choice of routes and ports. They typically pay for the vessel operating expenses such as fuel, crew, and maintenance, in addition to a negotiated daily or monthly hire rates. Just for anyone who is interested in perhaps hiring a vessel or this particular structure, there are a lot of software solutions that I didn't know of before, where you can lease a boat, rent it, you can hire a crew, you can do a lot of interesting things, I guess, and as well as planning the route, as well as perhaps get to know other people who are already leasing vessels, and perhaps doing business with those people, as well as keeping track of your vessel and how you shipping and moving goods. Voice voyage charter. In a voyage charter, the charter hires a vessel for a single voyage or a specific cargo shipment. The charter pays lump sum of freight rate based on factors like distance traveled, the type of cargo, and market conditions. This ship owner retains more control over vessel's operations in a voyage charter. You or anybody else might consider moving boat if you're already traveling a long distance. You might consider if you have to move anything, you might as well bring something back with you. Just you can improve your profit margin overall. But that's one way to look at it. Chartering is a flexible arrangement that allows business to adapt to changing shipment needs. Some key points of considering in the chartering process include type of cargo. The type of cargo being transported can significantly impact the choice of vessel and charter type. Different ships are designed for specific types of cargo, such as bulk carriers for raw materials or container ships for manufactured goods. Chartered parties. Chartered parties are legal contracts that outline the terms and conditions of the charter. They specify details like a hire rate, duration, responsibilities of each party, and any specific provisions. Market conditions. Shipping rates can vary widely depending on the market conditions, including supply chain and demand for vessels. Charter rates and fluctuate based on factors like fuel price, geopolitical events, and economic trends. Demo, uh, Demurrage and detention. These terms refer to additional charges incurred if the charter exceeds the agreed upon time for loading or unloading cargo. Demurrage, or for keeping the vessel beyond the charter period. Detention. Okay, okay. But it does not. Lay time. Lay time is the period allowing for loading and unloading cargo as specified in the charter party. Delays beyond lay times may result in demurrage charges. Chartering plays a crucial role in global trade and logistics as it allows business to access cost-effective and efficient transportation operations for their goods. It's a complex and dynamic aspect of the shipping industry, influenced by a range of factors including economic conditions, regulations, and technological advancements in maritime sector. In a book, Game Strategy, I'm discussing areas like charging and movement of goods and percentage-wise how and what size of percentage of goods are currently in the world being moved around by the sea. One of the cheapest way of moving goods currently. Most of the time it can take anywhere from 60 up to 90 days to ship anything with a container. And roughly about 90% currently of the total value of goods moved by sea in the world, as well as there are different ways to ship goods. That would be by trains, airplanes, by roads. But one of the cheapest and the largest percentage currently is by sea. I would definitely recommend everyone to take a look at this book. You can find it if you would go to the link in the description, as well as top retailers has it. If you are interested in getting started in the field of chartering in the shipping industry, here are some steps that you could definitely consider. Education and training. Consider obtaining relevant education in maritime logistics. Many universities and institutions offering degree programs or courses related to shipping, logistics, and transportation management. Explore online resources, books, and industry publications to familiarize yourself with the fundamentals of chartering and maritime industry. I would definitely highly recommend for everyone to start with overall education and training, depending on your time frames and how much information you need to know. You might approach this area education and training slightly different. And networking, attend industry conferences, seminars, and trade shows to connect with professionals in the industry of maritime shipping sector. Join industries association and organizations such as Baltic Exchange. Okay, okay. It might be one of the largest now when I think about it, based on share market, so size of the market, how much they actually have. At least they should have, I guess. It's kind of strange, I guess. Which can provide valuable networking opportunities and resources. Because there's a lot of other companies in Greece who, based on the fleet size, I believe have one of the largest fleets in the world. That would be companies in Greece, but things might change from the last time I was looking at it, so that's one of the reasons. Internships and entry-level positions. Look at internships or entry-level positions with shipping companies. maritime brokers, or logistic firms. This hands-on experience can be invaluable in understanding the practical aspects of chartering. Learn chartering basics. Familiarize yourself with the key concepts and terminology used in chartering, including different types of chartering, time charter, voyage charter, charter parties, and important clauses in the contracts. Otherwise, if you wouldn't not necessarily know something, you might need to pay more than you would want for things that you don't know. There's a lot of just small caveat, I guess. There's a lot of currently right now there are more and more technology companies who are getting into this kind of industry. So you might consider reaching out to technology companies, not necessarily logistics companies, but technology companies who are doing a lot of work in that particular area. And they do have all the apps and software that could definitely help you and perhaps save some money for your business. Legal and regulatory knowledge. Understanding the legal and regulatory aspects of the shipping industry, including informational maritime law, maritime insurance, and relative regulations in your region. Market research. Stay up to date on market conditions, shipping rates, and trends in maritime industry. Industry publications and market reports can be helpful for this. Develop analytic skills. Chartering often involves analyzing market data, cargo requirements, and vessel availability. Develop strong analytics and negotiation skills to make informed decisions. Technology and tools. Familiarize yourself with software and tools used in the industry, such as chartering platforms, shipping software, and marketing analyzing tools. Seek mentorship. Consider finding a mentor who has experience in charting on the maritime industry. They can provide guidelines and insights into the field. Start small. If you have the means and knowledge, you might consider starting a small chartering business or consultancy. This can be a way of gaining practical experience and building a client base over time. Stay informed. The maritime industry is dynamic with changing regulations and market conditions constantly. Educate yourself and stay informed about industry development, compliance, and risk management. Understanding the importance of compliance with international shipping regulations and risk management in chartering. Familiarize yourself with issues like sanctions, environmental regulations, and safety standards. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.